for CTV Ghana's #1 so any August Bosomeno heading a four Mako Edwinu Ensia Wafimpi Mienu ene Edwinum Ebrason say and some of Ryan Saka Ewa Maimu Obima so dear Jedi any Sikasam and Samaka Ubieno Sima Edriasa and Temedo Esom was a Pramtober Cassia Ball was CTV Esoka Cassia Bono a Tregu Live Ewa Fontin Fideno Esoko Facebooka my CTV G follow an hour like a half his wepian share so Ediama Obi na one also any be Ashoko YouTube so hono it's one also in my CTV GH some who drive the someone AB and say Ghana man penning His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Edia Chuja Trust Dredia da my Ghana and Singapore and Temono natural say wa fimpi mienu ene do no mono na ejina $215 million na mom no wo hwe ni mo say ebetumi akone ni mo asenesa Oswafo ya wo hwe eye nyinamahoden ensem eso onmonyamfo John Abdullah Jinapo ebo amane se National Petroleum Authority Bill ya 2005 omo ejitu mo no ebraso se womo ebe ensan kakra ewo ho Wa amonone ensem emuono eya dia se US mampeni Donald Trump ebo amane se wone eya South Korea mampeni ehyiemu eya Lee Jae-yong wone na ehyiemu na wo hwe ni mo se enche bia no wone eya North Korea kandini enso ebehyiemu Ensam no ebika we hu ena mede esomo se ewia Pramtober Cassia Ball ewo CTV Ghana's #1 eso manye no working ene medin ewia yi mene ochiame memawa Mamenase na yenhye Cassia Bono ase same na Ghana mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Edia Tudwa trese dwedie ya eda wo my Ghana ene Singapore man no entemo no wo afimpi mienu ene edunai emu no na yegina eye $250 million ya na eburu sompo ediko nanimo na so wono so ehwe nimo se afimu ekono ya de se ebetumi ehwida ko nanimo akodu eye $1 billion growth eno no ebetumi agba wo my Ghana kankro na wo 8 Africa Singapore Business Forum ye course wo e Singapore man emu no e na mampeni John Dramani Mahama edi ensem ye etudwa wasanso etrese wo hwe ni mo sa ayonkofa ye da wo my Ghana eni Asia man no entemo no wo besanso ahyemudene.
Look forward to instructive industry roundtables and site visits and to deepen our understanding of Singapore's remarkable journey. Your excellence in logistics and ports, your discipline in public administration, your remarkable devotion to a sustainable environment, and your success in cultivating skills and innovation. We're here to learn, to partner with you, and to deliver prosperity to our people. The theme, Bridging Capabilities, Charting Sustainable Growth, speaks to a partnership that is both urgent and full of promise. We live in a rapidly changing world. The post-Cold War world ushered in the era of globalization. It sparked much excitement about the endless possibilities that were open to mankind to create prosperity for the greater majority of the world's population. The cheers and backslapping that celebrated the Millennium Development Goals, which pulled 1 billion of the world's people out of poverty, are becoming just a pleasant memory of the past. The death knell of multilateralism is sounding. Global relations are becoming more transactional. Tariffs and retaliatory tariffs are flying fast and furious. The effects on the global economy are still yet to be well understood. But in these unpredictable times, we must forge new alliances. We must open new opportunities and possibilities. We must explore new markets and new investment spaces. In a world of tightened financial conditions, fragile supply chains, and rising protectionism, South-South collaboration is not optional, it is essential. Africa and Singapore must be champions of open markets, trusted rules, trade rules, and practical partnerships that deliver jobs, technology transfer, and shared prosperity for our people. The message is simple. Africa is investable, and Ghana is your reliable gateway to that continent. When I say it's a gateway, it really is. You know, Ghana, if you look at the map of Africa, Ghana is like a little door, you know, on that map. And aside from that, Ghana is the center of the world because it's a country where the meridian and the equator intersect. So, we're located geographically, strategically. The continent is the world's most dynamic emerging market today. We are 1.4 billion people, young, fast urbanizing, digitally connected, rapidly growing middle class, and Africa's cities will host more than 700 million consumers by 2030. The African Continental Free Trade Area is the largest new free trade area in the world. Africa has renewable energy potential and is already a global leader in mobile money and fintech adoption. This is a market ready for scaled solutions. A loan, infrastructure needs alone run between $181 and $221 billion per year. And the climate finance gap is about $213 billion annually. We're taking bold steps to build an African financial system that works for Africa. Accelerate the African Monetary Institute as a precursor to the African Central Bank, and link 10 major stock exchanges through the African Exchanges Linkage Project to enhance liquidity. Ghana is open for business 24 hours a day. We're aligning infrastructure, incentives, and skills so factories, farms, ports, and service centers can operate around the clock, shift safely and competitively. At the core of this is the Volta Economic Corridor, our most ambitious integrated development to date. The corridor has 4 pillars. The first, irrigating more than 2 million hectares for year-round farming. The second is agro-industrial parks for textiles, pharmaceuticals, and food processing. The fourth, tourism and hospitality along one of the world's greatest inland lakes. And the fifth, transforming the Volta Lake into a cost-efficient inland transport spine that reduces logistic costs and linking farm factories to the market.
Na National ICT Week ekoso na waswafa be de che ya wo hwe nkitahudie ensem eso
growing tech ecosystem is uniquely positioned to lead Africa into this future. The representative of Her Excellency, the Vice President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, innovation is the heartbeat of digital transformation. Across Ghana, we are witnessing a surge in tech startups, fintech solutions, e-commerce platforms, and digital services that are reshaping how we live, how we work, and how we trade. From Accra to Tamale, young Ghanaians are building apps, coding solutions, and creating digital products that solve real problems. Government is committed to nurturing this innovation through initiatives like the 1 Million Coders Program, Ghana Tech Lab, and Accra Digital Center, and support for STEM education.
So essentially aban so ade hu se wo behwe na sa adwumade otimi abie mu amana tre akwama foforo eso na ade adwumade ye bekoso ya sabia hodro suku ahodo mu ne nkrase ede aka hu natimi aboa amatimi akonanemu.
People have nurtured an enterprising culture, and our institutions continue to earn the trust of citizens and investors alike. With a diverse and dynamic economy, Ghana is well positioned to lead the continent in digital trade. It is within this context that bold national initiatives have been launched to accelerate growth, deepen innovation, and place Ghana firmly at the forefront of Africa's digital future. Among these flagship programs is the 24-hour economy initiative, a transformative policy designed to boost productivity by enabling businesses and institutions to operate around the clock. Equally significant is the 1 Million Coders Project, a nationwide digital skills initiative aimed at equipping our young people with coding and software engineering competencies.
Na Dr. Oliver Kevono, Director General of National Information Technology Agency, also Ekasayo Chese. Trade in Africa for economic development no ebetimi akonanimu. Na nenyina ebena maye abefo kwanten ponju meje wo mo edanadi netimi aboa mana konkan.
We gather here at a pivotal moment in Ghana's digital transformation journey under a theme that resonates not only with our national priorities, but also with Africa's collective aspirations. And that is Ghana as Africa's digital trade hub, innovation, policy, and partnerships for the future. This year's celebration is designed to provide a rich platform for dialogue, collaboration, and forward-looking policies that will shape the digital future of our nation and continent. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly permit me to briefly walk you through the program outline, which has been carefully curated to drive impacts. For today, that is day one, we open with a high-level ceremony being graced by the office of Her Excellency the Vice President, alongside distinguished leaders, partners, and ICT industry players who set the tone for the week. Today we'll continue with a thought-provoking panel discussion, bringing together diverse voices to shape Ghana's digital trade future.
Wa afimpi mienu ene enum ni mo metre 2005 ni mo na yete eye National Petroleum Authority Act eye Act 691 we abeka ho bie ama osoafo a wo hye enyinama hode ensemeso ebo amane ese ene no wo hye ne oma hodo a ekoso ewo petroleum sector hono mo a enkame ese enesa act enhyeda emo ebura ne sente braso se empenifo ebetenase na wo mo ebe yensae kakra ewo.
So any stakeholders are already at home. Yeah, or just say, who be here so we can boom no much. Na National Petroleum Authority bill no a year 2024 dear no. O metimi edi hojuma. O so for nkasa you just say who be here say we be say akomochi. Na amambra ya omo eye wa fimpinu ni enumu. Eye Act 691 ehihia wo mu no. O metimi edi so no metimi de ahye petroleum dwumadi no mukina. Na nkasa you no science say e data dwumadi edi adana nti. O be here so benya akadia hodro na omode ebesiesi na wana afenso oha obometimi aso ano na konya ba obometimi asomu san ebubo ne wa bebre ye bebo madwumade yi etimi akonkan bi enese omangana yebenya fango emu etse ni etimi ededi edwuma afenso ankrankra edwuma ekono de omo ho beji sa edwumade yi mu ekrakra mu no obometimi ahye sa edwumade yi mu kena na etimi egina brane abe onyamfo na kasa ne nsem de tudwa bi eni
completely new bill. I thought that the bill was not that bad. It was fit for purpose, but we could tweak it. Secondly, I received some suggestions, comments from various stakeholders, boards, even the chamber, and all those people. And I said, look, let me establish a committee with representation from all of you here. Consult amongst yourselves and submit a working document for me, which I thought was done. So I hope that today is not a day for reconsultation. I hope so that we can make progress. My approach is simple. Let's not do this protecting our interest today, and let's put ourselves in the other shoe. I'm minister today, so the minister wants everything subject to the minister's approval as is done in other acts. What if tomorrow I'm the chief executive of the MPA? Well, I'm MPA chief executive today, so I want to assume all the powers. What if tomorrow I'm boss chief executive? So let's do something that would outlive our own interests and ensure that we put proper checks and balances in place. The difference between the MPA Act and, for instance, some other acts, in some jurisdictions you have a downstream petroleum regulation, and then you have maybe an MPA Act. In this situation, we are using the MPA Act, 1, to regulate, 2, to formulate policy. And if you look at it critically, that is what we are doing. We are dealing with the law, which is the legal aspect, but also dealing with policy in terms of what this nation wants to do. And so I want to appeal to you to give off your best. Let's have a session devoid of unnecessary personal interest, rancor or antagonism, and then let's deal with the issues. And I did tell Director Legal that tease out the key issues. Some areas there's no contention, there's no issue, so let's not belabor on those points. There are 4 or so critical ones in my opinion, and one is centers of power, resource control, absolute authority, and policy as well. How do we navigate that so that everybody's interest is covered? If we do a good job, we do it for Ghana. If we drag it, we just drag it amongst ourselves. And also, after this, it will go to cabinet. So also envisage what cabinet will say when the law goes there. And when you get to cabinet, it will be referred to as subcommittee. The duty of the subcommittee is what we are doing here, to look at the law and position it with what we want to do today. I'm sure we'll do a good work. At 619, like the chief executive said, it's about 20 years old. It's not done bad at all. And I'm learning a lot of lessons from the petroleum sector. And I've made a lot of positioning papers to cabinet. The petroleum sector, in my opinion, is what the challenges seem to be better than the power sector.
So many tosso mienu afiye mu by election ebekoso ewo akwetia abato empeso ane so we abeka ho bi ama NDC amayoko ni penefo ya womo ewo akwetia empeso ane so we poya mantam no mo e de atodwa e tress ade ba ko pe ene betumi aboa ama NDC amayoko no edi nkonimo ewo akwetia by election no emu ne no ene yenkabom
Dan chocho for penny Emma NDC Amanyoko no Kotia and an Patamu. Ora Isaac Kofi Ahiama, Ade Wakasa ya was additional honomone, Amanyoko Emma se Adaroma, Abatwa Ebas Yobese so much na asumdwe etimi aye adwuma e honomo. Things so monhwe say, Korea be adwuma honomo na wo ne adehye honomo so. Edi nkomo se na be ya meto aba no ama NDC Amanyoko no na nkonyimdie etimi abaye wo modea ade sanse wetu jawa be okonsa hwe na wone NDC Amanyoko no emma ni bi ekasa na sei eno kan
e be se akwati aman any party for the say bi wo fa yem fentu che yentu aban emfema lawyer bidia say ono so waso party oye party secretary one so secretary as you speak me papa you be atemu anamwa as secretary ene ni adwuma eti me face sabri ebedu no so a etisi nyina ye boa na ono so ne ohu se party no beso ye wanyam me wa him say, Yadine Bay MP, what you own any my party for. So no one who say a party, and I did not echo. Now, what you want is I was so far a day in Puntu, and then as we bring at the back constituency. Now, your bag at the home bedroom. Now, your campaign. Sana Yakutua Fred Yemianum, former executive of NDC, and the Yemianum man or woman that will be at the Wafubiano. Now, a power be at your say, young folk for not to change. Now, you're back. Now, you to me more executives now, that campaign to me and the day to me in elections. Say, we need elections in Ba, and the Ohaka Kapa and the Bebe NDC. Sunset, baby away, any baby in your drone, any sending a good one to Abama NDC nearby. As a secretary for Chelsea, almost one car, and the Sabu to know by it. Your best say, you know, I am to Abano, now I am Fema, a lawyer media. They will be only say, a year, a Kotia. Me madu do na ati ase se NDC na want to be sisi na NDC ni ni papa ana ye pemputu na se wan to ama NDC ni ba no de ba ya na ko to de ma opponent bibi sound say opemputu ana se opemputu awo peso enam ne sa suti no ye fa bibi atunche sabi de lawyer bia on one level yen kai na ye to abani ye fa ma
enwechi ye ni samanyoko ni mpanyefo ni bi nso edwe eka ho
bebre se na sakwa ye so ye mu nyina fo se ye kosi bia ya jibe je kasa na se na ye nyina ye wo esre wo se ye we obi afu ya de ebiso se ye mpre ekonomi de enfama do ya bedi akọ se lo abodi afu na ye nyina ye tene shi ato afama ya ma ekonomi de ya ye mprepre enya ekonomi de bia ye ka wachi nyina no be hwe ni esisi de bibia akọ emo mesro bibia se ye fa ya honde nta lawyer Bediako actually.
Going forward, the tutor for no. Yes, I catch up some once and say party first. And then my best say, Ochina, you will be. Then support will be back before I said I'm a your first support entire lawyer, Madam Bediako as a candidate. You have to know so about 2nd September 2025.
And this our power. Anyhow, so you go to achieve so ya sanka chibi ni so ebe ya bedi akwa chibi ni ye nya se agi city esan say na ye jitu fe say NDC eba power na ko ta constituency ye kuntu etuni ko so we ni a ye MP say nyai etwa mu nyina no do na no mo position ya ma kuntu mamba na sa ko ye aba nyehia any cabo unity and na for region in national the two for aba mababe ka yabum politics the anya with na imi mu is say eboyi e be ko so asre nya yi juma manage e wo form.
Area Premto Breakfast ball and I'm the Esumo ewo CTV eso do follow yen ewo Facebook and so at my CTV GH like anyway pia share so e de ama obi na wono so enye bi abeto ansam no so na yenko yenimo na Dr. Brian Champon presidential aspirant hopeful ema NPP amanyoko no na wabo amane ese na sentem no tribalism no adoso pa ewo NPP amanyoko no emu eba na sanso a enya de ese beboa amanyoko no enkan koro wo kiremo na sentem ensebi okokaye no adesa ne pebi eje na no edisibo na wane samchefo ekasa echeche nsem.
Which tribal bigotry I do not know anything about. Facts are sacred, comments are free. If I meet with senior party officers or party officials across board, we should be able to have a frank indoor conversation. Some things we should be able to talk about amongst ourselves. It will not go out. And when we go out, we agree on what we present to the general public. It cannot be that if we are frank with ourselves internally, it is misconstrued as something else. I have not made any tribal comments, statements of any nature anywhere in this country. I have said that the data is obvious. There is an MPP problem and there is a candidate problem. And the candidate problem is unique and it affected us. The MPP problem we may be able to overcome in 3 years. We need to see if we can overcome the candidate problem in 3 years. And if we cannot overcome the candidate problem within 3 years, then the decision is ours. This is something, a conversation that we have internally with party people. And when you have these conversations, they are not tribal comments. Indeed, MPP, sometimes we make certain decisions. I remember when I was the chief of staff to the then chairman, Jacob Echebilamte, decisions were made for Greater Accra that if you are not a GA, there are certain things, constituencies we will not allow you to contest. You cannot come and say you are John Mensah from Kum Ashanti and the MPP will allow you to contest Ododo. Clotte Colley, we have a constituency chairperson, is even an Akan, but for parliamentary, the party will not allow you. I think we're about 5 constituencies, about 5 or so constituencies that the party took a decision that if you are not a GA, we will not allow you to contest those. It didn't mean that the MPP was a tribalistic party. We went into an election where I supported the whole idea that if we bring Dr. Bawumia, we will get the votes from the north. That if we bring Dr. Bawumia, we will get the vote from the Zongos. He told me I believed him. He told the whole party we believed him. Indeed, in the general election, he told the whole country, except that they didn't believe that. And so when we come back to the drawing table, we evaluate those statements, the promises. You promised us that when we bring you, you bring the Zongos. The data shows that the Zongos did not come. You promised us that when we vote for you, you will give us the north this. These are your own words. It was fine then. You can imagine if I was a candidate and I had said anywhere that because I am the candidate, we will get the Akan vote and we will get the Muslim vote, I would have been crucified.
Ebusiafo na edu so no eye amahodo so ensem. Ebusiafo ye moshi na yenkowe kase bono ewo nkrofo kro ene nkrofo aman eso na enhyemude bi akoso ewo US mampeni Donald Trump ene eye South Korea mampeni eye mampeni Lee Jae-myung entemo na US mampeni ede atudwa echeso wo pese wo sanso Asia eye North Korea mampeni
기다리고 있을 것 같습니다. So I believe he will be waiting for you. 그리고 마지막으로 든든한 한미 동맹을 기반으로 대한민국이 성장 발전해 왔고 앞으로도 이 한미 동맹을 군사 분야뿐만이 아니라 경제 분야 또 다른 과학 기술 분야까지 다 확장해서 미래형으로 발전시켰으면 좋겠습니다.
Korea was able to attain economic growth and development through our ironclad alliance. And going forward, I hope to develop our alliance into a future-oriented alliance that encompasses areas not only limited to security, but also the economy and science and technology.
대한민국 국민들은 트럼프 대통령님에 대해서 정말로 큰 기대를 가지고 있다는 말씀을 드리면서 다시 한번 이런 시간 내주셔서 감사드립니다.
The Korean people have great expectations for you, Mr. President. Thank you once again for your time.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to be with you. I will say that Kim Jong-un and I had a very good relationship, as you remember, and still do. And when I came in, I didn't know him. We had 2 summits, but we became very friendly. Respect. It was great respect. And it was not going to be that way had Hillary Clinton won the election. It would have been a disaster. But we think we can do something in that regard with respect to North and South, and I think you are much more prone to doing that than other leaders that I've been working with from South Korea. And we'll work on that. I think it's very good to work on that. If you remember, you were doing the Olympics, and there was a great time of hostility with North Korea, and you weren't selling tickets because nobody wanted to be blown up in the stadium during the opening ceremonies, right? And you were not selling tickets. And I was also at my formative stage with North Korea and Kim Jong-un, and we were a little bit going at it about Rocket Man, Little Rocket Man, everything back and forth, and it was really nasty. And then I got a call one day, and they wanted to get together, they wanted to talk, and we started talking. And then he said really brilliantly, he said, you know, the Olympics is going to be opening very soon, and we'd like to be a part of it. They actually put teams in it. You got along great. And by the way, immediately upon that phone call, you started selling tickets, and it turned out to be a tremendous success. So it went from being empty stadiums because people were afraid to go, because it was a target potentially, to a great success. And I was very proud of that. You had one of the most successful Olympics, and now we have the Olympics coming to the U.S. So we're very happy about that. But that was a great honor to get involved and make the Olympics so successful.
Eha enamede ewia prem so breka sie bo no ebesi besre se obefa phone na wako Facebook ne so wokwa na wabo my CTV G8 kasie boy ebepiaba na wa follow like na fesi wa share e de ama obi na wono so enye bi ahwe ko YouTube so honso no bo my CTV G8 kasie boy ebepiaba na wa subscribe e de ama ye manyen working enemy dream madase ene wadaje